So I'll talk a little bit about fundraising. Because I know that for many people, fundraising is a scary idea, and for a lot of people, that do this ride haven't done anything like this before, but we, haven't rode 140 miles, haven't done an organized ride. We find that they're more intimidated by the $1,300 fundraising goal than they are by the idea of riding 140 miles. So we want to acknowledge that. We know that it's a challenge, but we also know that our riders on average raise well more than $1,300. They raise closer to $2,000, and we know that it's doable. You can do it, but you have to work at it, and you have to ask people. That's the first thing that's the most important thing. You're not going to raise the money magically. You have to ask. You have to work at it. And one of the nice things of teams, and most people that do this ride are a part of a team, is that you can work together. So teams have fundraisers, like the Moveable Feats fundraiser next week. Thursday night, Fierce Chicks Rock did a karaoke night. They raised like $1,500 at karaoke. Wow. So that's pretty amazing. So use your creativity. I mean, we have Shirley Temples have a game night coming up in April, where I think last year y'all raised like $3,500 just from playing games like craps and poker and blackjack. So your fundraisers can be as creative as you want to be. But what I really recommend to people, the first thing to do, and for me, and a lot of our riders, the easiest way to raise money is via email. What I recommend that you do is you set up your personalized web page, put a picture on there of yourself or of something to do with the ride. Maybe write a little bit of a blurb about why you're doing the ride, or a little bit about Moveable Feast. Then I sit down and I write an email. And for me, I just put my heart in it. I talk about what Moveable Feast means to me, why I'm doing this ride. I talk about the fact that this is my 7th year doing the ride. But I really just talk about Moveable Feast, and I ask people to support me. And for a lot of our riders, and then I sit down and I look at my email list and I send it to everyone that I think would possibly want to sponsor me in this event. Send it out to everyone. For a lot of our riders, it's very effective. That's how we raise the majority of our money. If people don't want to donate online, for example, my parents would never donate online, but on your website, on your web page, there's an individual personalized donation form, so someone can just print it out, fill out the information, and send in a check. We, on the back end, will then post a check so it goes into your fundraising total so you can track it, you can see what you're doing. Sometimes that takes a couple days, but you'll get a notification via email when it is posted to your fundraising. We are here to help you, Alana and myself and Tom. So if you have problems fundraising, or you're stuck, or you don't have ideas, or you have questions, please just get in touch with you. I will write the email for you. We can pretty much really do anything that you might need help-wise. We'll give you ideas. We can put you in touch with other riders who are very successful at fundraising, and they can talk about what their challenges or what their successes have been. We'll definitely help you with that. So please just get in touch. But I encourage you to start now. And here's why. I'll get fundraising emails all the time from people doing walks or things like that. I'm like, okay, yeah, like when I get paid, I'll make a donation, or yeah, I'll do that in a little bit. So you want to give people time to react to your request. So if you're asking someone the week before the ride, they might not have money right then to sponsor you, or they might think, yeah, I'm going to do it, and then they forget because they're busy, and then the ride has come and gone, and they haven't donated. So start now, and then follow up with people. I mean, I'll generally send out 2 or 3 emails. I also will send updates. So like I'll say, I trained today, or today was our first ride for the Feast event kickoff, things like that. So people like to hear what's going on, and really importantly too, make sure you thank people. What I generally do is I'll thank them as soon as they make the gift, just an email or a phone call, thank them for their support. What I also do is after the ride, I'll send thank you notes to everyone who supported me, usually like with a fun picture of the group or something like that. So make sure you follow up with people, tell them about the ride, especially after you've been through it, so you can share with them what their experience was like. So next year when you ride again, you can go back to the same people and ask them to support you, because they supported you before and they know how much fun you had and what a good experience it was. So please be in touch with questions about fundraising. I mean, some of the team events coming up, like, well, you saw the bracelets that Team Atomic is selling, yard sales, there's roller skating nights, there's dance parties, there's spas donating a percentage of their sales to Moveable Feast. So, I mean, there's so many different ways that you can raise money for the organization.